Hello, welcome back to Elden Ring, the 8-hour challenge to beat the game in under 8 hours with the super cool, super awesome super weapon. So last time we tried to go down a tunnel to get a bell bearing, but I just recently learned that apparently it was the wrong bell bearing. I mean, it is a bell bearing, and it's a good bell bearing that was down that other tunnel, but it's not the bell bearing we need for this weapon. For this weapon, we need something that's way over on the other side of this fort. This big, huge fort. Or castle, you could say. Stormfront Castle is what it's literally called, if you want to be literal about it. Item. If you like cooking and like making crafting things, then get all those cookbooks. Wherever they are. There's one of them. Wherever they are. But we're gonna hopefully upgrade our weapon to plus 12. And that'll be the first goal. The second goal will be to get all of the other flask upgrades we need to get. It's at plus 5, but we can get it up to plus 10. So hopefully we can do that. If I remember where all of the little flasky things are. Look at that, we just skipped the entire castle. And that's how that's done. You just skip the castle, just run right on by it. I forgot there was a church right here. But here's one of your flask upgrades. Don't forget about it. It's right here. It's right in front of your face. You literally cannot go to the rest of the game without looking here at least once. But there it is. There's your upgrade. It's upgraded. Or rather, it's going to be upgraded. It can be upgraded. And it will be. Will it be? Yes. It will be. But anyway, we're still rocking the thief gear for now. Until we can get better gear, which will not be for a very, very long time. Or at least until we beat like our third boss. Our third big, huge, massive boss. Our third story boss. By the way, I have not gotten any achievements in this game yet. I platinumed this game on the PS5, but I have not gotten any achievements on the Steam version. So anyway, get over here, you just run past these stinky fellows and get your map. It's Liurnia East. Liurnia. Liurnia. I think there's a bonfire somewhere around here. Right there. So we will take this bonfire, and we will keep it. We will keep the bonfire after we take it. And then we will get the other piece of map, because it's not that far away. As I remember. Did you hear that? Did you hear the smacking of my tongue? Were you disturbed by the smacking of my tongue? Like that. Ha 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 ha. This game is very huge, and it takes a while to traverse all of this land. But here's this little town you have over here. Ignore the weird crustaceans. The giant enemy crabs, you could say. Just ignore the crabs. Ignore the crabs, people. Ignore the crab people and ignore the crabs, people. Also heal. Make sure you don't die. Because they can kill you. And much easier than you might think. So do your do avoidance. Do your do. Do what is due. Doo-doo man. So now that we have these maps, we're gonna go back here and we're gonna get a teleport chest. And the teleport chest will take us to a different location. Because that's what it does. That's what they do. And then I don't technically need to go over there, but there is a guy who sells somber stones over there. So that's very useful. He's also a blacksmith, so that's doubly useful. And also there's a map over here, so it's triply useful. Or not. This was not where I thought I was being taken to. But that's fine. I thought I was being taken way over there. Surely there's some chest that takes you all the way over there. Because I remember there being one. And if I remember it, then that means that it is so. That's how that works. Don't you know? Don't you know that it is so? Where can I jump off? I cannot jump off from up here. It would seem to be. So I will jump off from over here. And that will be fine. It will all be fine. There should be a golden tree around here somewhere. Where's my golden tree at? There it is. Right around the approximate location of where I thought it would be. And then around this crab there should be some stones to upgrade with. It's a +2, but it's fine. It's fine. +2 is fine. It is good and it is fine to use a +2. There's a bonfire over here, which we're going to get because there's a dragon. You can kind of skip the dragon if you want to, but there's an optional fight with the dragon. And beyond the dragon, there's a key that you can get. And with the key, you can get into this big Lucario Academy. I forget the actual name, but it might as well be Lucario Academy. Get some items as you run along. Ignore the huge squid things. They're not people, they're squids. And thus you can ignore them as if they're squids and not people. And I am going after this map, just so that I can get it. And so that I can get a bonfire that's closer to the giant blacksmith. Just like Dark Souls, there has to be a giant blacksmith somewhere who sells you shiny little upgrade materials. Just like Dark Souls. Look at these bat people. That's one of the most unique, what's it called? Enemies? Yeah. You might not think that I'd struggle with such a simple word as enemies, but the brain does weird things sometimes. The brain is like, yes, I do remember that thing that you are trying to get me to remember on the spot, but I am not going to tell you it. Because the brain can be petty against you. Over here there's a neat little shield. It is the, like, jellyfish shield. That is what it's called. It's called the jellyfish shield. How about that? But I think it can, like, buff you in some way. Rune Arc. Those are pretty much humanities from Dark Souls. They can give you some effect. If you have a rune equipped, then it gives you a rune effect. Something that's laughably terrible about the runes is that you're given the best rune as the first rune, which is like, it gives you a +5 to literally all of your statuses. All of your level upable things. It gives you +5 levels on everything. And they were like, yes, we'll make this the first rune that you get. The easiest one to get. Incredible game design, isn't it? So here's this map, and then we'll go away. We'll go away forever. We're actually pretty close to where I want to go, which is up this huge, massive cliff. But do not worry, for there is a spring-a-ling. There is a spring-a-ling-a-ling near the base of the cliff, so you can just jump on up there. But if you have the magic key, then you can just go into the Lucario Emporium of Books, and then go out the other exit, and then you're on that side of the bridge. But again, you have to get that key to do so. Here's some more people in seats. Who knows why they're in seats all the way out in the wilderness, but I guess they're there. They're just already there. Just in their seats in the wilderness. Huge spirit spring-a-ling-a-ling. Then we go over here to get this bonfire. And let's see if that shield is good. Is it a good shield? It's 100%. So that's good. And it weighs more, but not substantially more. And then it gives you... what is it? It gives you Contagious Fury, which incite the jellyfish's wrath and allow its fury to flow through you. Raises attack power for a certain duration. If you... tell me how long it is. But that's good, that's pretty good. And look, it even looks neat. It looks like a neat shield. A shield that is neat. There's one of these turtle sanctuary things. Turtle mausoleums. What these turtle mausoleums do is they let you duplicate a boss soul. So you can get like 2 boss weapons out of 1 boss soul. So where am I going? I'm going there. So this is the actual cave that we need to go into, because this has the bell bearing that lets me get my weapon all the way up to +6 out of 12 that we're gonna need. There are things in those caves, but we don't need them necessarily. Where's my thingaling? There's my thingaling, my bonfire, my gracious bonfire. You know, this jellyfish shield does not look like it blocks 100% damage. But I guess it I guess it does. I guess clear things can block things too. It doesn't need to be not clear to block things. It just feels odd. It just feels that way. In my feelings. They're not mining any materials that I currently need, it would seem. But there are some materials somewhere in this cave that are needed by me. The Need Man. Me, the Need Man, the man who needs. I am the man who needs. Imagine Walter White was instead the man who needs, instead of the man who does the one thing that he does. What was that thing? The man who knocks on the door and then shoots you in your face. Yes, that's the one. That is an actual quote. It is me, Walter White, the man who knocks on your door and shoots you in the face. That is the Breaking Bad. And I am breaking badly. My character is breaking. Anyway, the more upgrade stones that we can get on our own without having to pay for them, the better. Because that means the upgrades that we get are cheaper, because we don't have to pay for the upgrade materials. You can go down now, elevator. Elevator! Elevator! Now go up. Go up. Go up. Yes, I got back my 0 souls. Incredible. Anything in here? Yes, there is things in here. Just ignore all the enemies. Ignore them to the point where you won't get too hurt by them, but also don't ignore them if they're attacking you. And then, once you're past them, then ignore them again. For you do not need them. In fact, the enemies need you. In order to feel alive, they need to kill things, and you are the thing that they wish to kill. So the enemies are the ones who need you see? I got a somber smithing stone there, and the somber smithing stone is used for special weapons. So remember, somber smithing stone special weapon. That is the remembering device you can use. Somber smithing stone special. That is what you can say, I say. I have strengthened myself with my jellyfish shield. This guy is very easy to stagger, so stagger him. Thankfully they put the upgrade materials in a super easy cave to defeat. Like, you can literally just run past all the enemies and then beat the easily staggerable boss at the end. And then the upgrade is yours. All the upgrades are yours to get. And then the next upgrade material we get, the next bell bearing we get, is in a cave that you don't even have to beat to get the upgrade materials. Look at that guy just fling into 1 billion pieces. How good of you. So that was that. And now we can go up here and get more churches. Get more churches. I don't think I can upgrade myself yet. It takes 7,000 to upgrade. But over here, just slightly off the beaten path, is a church. And for some reason, the church has a whole gracious bonfire in it. Despite it being so close to the other bonfire. This game really has no idea where to place its bonfires. They want to place bonfires all over the place. Because it's like, well, we want you to be able to warp everywhere. But then it's like, well, you've made the game exponentially easier by putting bonfires all over the place. So it's just very odd. It's oddish, you could say. Like the Pokemon, the oddish Pokemon. But anyway, here's this road filled with things that want to kill you. You can just ignore them for the most part, but do dodge. Do not dodge, in fact do dodge. Do dodge, like a dugong. That's what do dodge reminds me of, is a dugong. But only the name. I don't know what a dugong... I don't remember what a dugong is, I just know the name. I remember the name, I don't remember the face. I don't remember that guy using magic. I don't remember that at all. But perhaps that is a thing he always has done. But I don't remember it. It's not within my memory. It's not in my head from before. From the before time. But anyway, up here we will grab another grace, because they are very gracious with these bonfires. These bonfire graces. These gracious bonfires. They are very gracious with them. And then just ignore going up there for now. Because over here, there is another church. But it's blocked by the second and last frenzy place. Or madness. It's madness. But in Bloodborne it's frenzy. But in this game it's madness. You can get some upgrade materials, I suppose. Always nice to have. And then there's a rock on this side you can ride up. Then ride straight across into another bonfire, because they really love putting these things everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. And then we're gonna ride up to the tower just to defeat the tower. Because this thing doesn't have to madden you all the time. You can defeat the tower and then it stops maddening you. Maybe take a little break right here so that we can reset our madness a little bit. Who knows what that thing is supposed to be, that massive eyeball? I guess a massive eyeball, I guess that's what it's supposed to be. And then there's madness rats, rats who have succumbed to the madness. And then at the top of this tower there's just a bunch of regular enemies. And if you beat all of the regular enemies, then the madness goes away, the mad eyeball. Ta-da, no more mad eyeball. Ever. It's defeated forever. And those guys are defeated, right? Yep. So we can just telewarp back here, because there's no the opposite of a benefit. There's no plague, I could say. There is no plague in warping. There is no plague in choosing to warp at this moment in time. Frenzied cookbook. But what's really valuable is this thing. The Shabriri's Woe. It's basically a talisman that you can put on, and enemies will be aggressive towards you in particular when you have the talisman on. So it could be good for PvP, player versus player, or rather when you get summoned by another player, and you can make like bosses go after you instead of someone else, instead of the person who summoned you. But what's really good about it is you can make a mimic version of you, and if you put on the Shabriri's Woe right as you summon the mimic and then take it off, then the mimic will still have it on it. So bosses will try to go after the mimic instead of you, pretty much. But anyway, here's a guy you can choose to defeat, or you can choose to get killed by him. Because that's a choice, you know. It's a choice to get killed. You can choose to beat him if you want to, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to at this point in time. Instead, I'm going after all the other flask upgrades. So keep in mind, that was 1 flask upgrade, 2 flask upgrades, 3 flask upgrades. And there should be 2 more on the top of the tippity-toppity of this mountain. We can hop on. We can hop on the tippity-toppity of the mountain. The mountain top. The top of the mountain top. So this is where the Dectus medallion comes into play, because you get both halves, and then you come here, and then you use it to get on top of the Altus plateau without having to fight anything. Remember, the Dectus medallion itself does not require you to fight literally any enemies in order to get it. You just need to, like, run through 2 forts and get the 2 pieces. And then you can come up all the way here to the end of the game, pretty much. Or at least the 70% mark of the game. And then up here we have a lot of golden seeds lying around, because it's the golden plateau. And with the golden seeds we can upgrade ourselves more upgrades for ourselves, for me-selves, for we-selves. Don't forget to get all the graces, because all graces are always useful, at least sometimes. Sometimes they're always useful, sometimes. There's your first golden tree. Wee-hee, woohoo. And then here's your first map piece. There is a church between these two bonfires, but I'm gonna get the bonfires first, just to get it out of my head. Just to cross off my own checklist. Altus bloom. Flowers from the Altus. Altus plateau. Plateau. And a shopkeeper. A keeper of the shop. Who keeps shop in the shopkeep. In the keep that keeps shops. Also known as the shopkeep. Imagine, you know how some forts are called keeps? That's the joke I'm making. Is there's a keep that's called the shopkeep, and it's full of shops and shopkeeps, and in the shopkeep, the keep of shops and shopkeeps. But anyway, down here there is yet another church with yet another upgradable thingle, a thingle that lets you upgrade. Somewhere down here, if I can find it with my eyes, it's there. Very useful to be able to put these thingies here and there, these waypoints, or whatever they are inside of the lore of the game, inside of the game lore. The lore of game, the Game of Throne, and other throne also. So therefore, thrones, Game of Thrones, multiple thrones. So now there's guys after us, but we don't need them to be after us. So we will go up here, and then we will get another golden seed. And then once that is gotten, then we will travel on a different route. So go down here and past all of these battle fortifications. There's a Gracious bonfire on the other side of this huge battle fort thing. Oh, I thought I could jump on that. Apparently not. Don't shoot me, sir. That was not the only shooty person. It would appear. But up here is another golden seedly seed. For my pocket, my golden pocket of golden seeds. And another bonfire. So we take this, we go over here. Lots of loading in this game, lots and lots of loading. And then we go to the other side of the bridge, because that's where this takes us. It takes us to the other side. Not as in death, but as in the bridge. And then we take this whole road all the way across. All the way. Take the road all the way. Get the skull, take the road. Get the skull, take the road. And then here's a little village with a little boss at the top of it. And because it's a village, because it's like, I guess counts as a micro dungeon, it has a bonfire to it. So get your bonfire. But yeah, this little village is kind of like its own micro dungeon, because it has a boss on top of it. But we don't care about that. It has a really cool weapon, and a good weapon at that. But we don't care about the good weapon at this point. You might want to go for that weapon, but I'm not going to. Because I'm going for a much better weapon. Just ignore all the catapults that try to kill you. Especially those ones that almost hit you. Because almost hitting you is not actually hitting you. You know what I mean? jump over the enemies that we do not need to fight. Look, there's a big door inside the Urge Tree. How captivating, how odd, how oddly odd, how audibly odd. So that's the way to get into the big capital city thing, but we're not going that way, we're going this way, because there's 4 golden seeds. For some reason they put 4 entire golden seeds just up here. There's Margit for you. If I can turn my camera, there's Margit way back there. For some reason the camera just does not turn on the horse that well. But yeah, 2 golden seeds up here, and then down this road is 2 more. I don't know why they just decided to give you 4 like that, but maybe they ran out of ideas or something. I don't know, let's put 4 of them right here, right in the same place pretty much. And then avoid the gargoyle. Don't ignore him, avoid him. That's what I mean by ignore. I mean avoid. So then we have this bonfire, and we have yet another map. The map is becoming clearer and clearer. See? Look at that map. Look at all of it. Look at all that stuff we can go to and go do, even. What's up here? On these little plateau things, there are things to get. But what's on this one? It's Greece. It's holy Greece. Like the nation, but holy. That was a joke, Greece. Do not kill me. Do not kill me for joking around. Down here in this cave, all the way over here, there's the bell bearing that lets you get your weapon up to plus 12. So that's nice of them to allow me to get it all the way up there. Before even fighting any bosses, by the way. You don't need to fight any bosses, just that one dragon thing. In order to get this far at least. So you go in the cave, you get the grace, and it's like, oh no, there's nothing here, and then it's like, oh yes, there is something here. And then you go in, you get past all this stuff, and then it's like, oh yes, I got the big good thing that the cave has. I got the smithing stone bell bearing. And that's the only good thing, and then it turns out that there's another illusionary wall back there that I already dispelled with my rolling prowess. My prowess in rolling. But we don't need any of that other stuff in the cave. We got what we came here for. So now we want to get the last church, which is along this road. But it's easier to just go up here and then go along the wall. At least in my experience. Maybe your experience is different from mine. Maybe it is. But keep in mind, we got 4 more of the golden tear seed things. And it only goes up to plus 12. So getting this next one will give us plus 10, which is almost the maximum Estus flask of this game. And again, without fighting any bosses you can get here. Except that one dragon thing, which I don't know if that counts as a boss. It doesn't have the big boss health bar, but it does have a huge health bar. And you are definitely meant to fight it like late in the game, but they just made it so you didn't have to fight it at all. Which is totally, it's totally meant to happen that way, isn't it? It's totally meant to happen because you can do it, and therefore it's meant to happen. But anyway, anyway. Lightning. That's a big death catacomb over there that you can go into. It's big and complex and has all sorts of intricacies, but who cares about all that? We don't. We just care about living, and living longer, and finding the way to live eternally. Here's some goats that are golden. Golden goats, you could say. I don't know why they're golden, or who they're golden, but they are. And apparently they're very weak. So what's that? It's Lightning Ram. Get the Lightning Ram ability. And Thin Beast Bones. Get your golden thingies. Your golden souls. Get all the souls you can. Look at all them souls. Apparently the Altus Plateau is not as high level as the Dragon's Barrow. Because this place gave me less powerful souls than the Dragon's Barrow. Come on, give me the thing, yeah. Sacred Tier. So with that, we are now able to go to the Round Table Hold for the first time. For the first time in the game, we're able to go to the Round Table Hold in order to upgrade our weapons. And also we can upgrade our flask, because we might as well while it's available to us, while we can. It does take more and more each time. So I think we got it up to +9, so that's really good. Or rather just 9 flasks, and then we get it up to +10. So it heals us for like infinite damage. Look at that, it's +10, I say, it's +10! But anyway, it's time to go to the Round Table Hold to upgrade this weapon, and then to destroy bosses with a +12 weapon.
Very well. Let my
Very, very well. Very, very, very well. I say. That's what I say. Do you say that? Woo, woo, woo. Take us there, take us there. Hit the loading screen. I just got an achievement. Go to the Round Table Hold. That's incredible. It took me this long to get my first achievement. And I recorded it while doing so. So this is your fellow blacksmith person. He is the person who blacksmiths your weapons. So now it's +2, but that won't do. That simply will not do at all. And then this lady will eventually become your spirit ash person, if you just keep talking to her. I think you have to beat Stormvale Castle before she becomes your soul person, your soul ash person. And look, there's a poopy eater man. That's literally what he is, that's what he does, he eats the poo-poo. But for now, we don't care about the poo-poo man. We just care about souls. Hold on. Yeah. No, do multiple. But if you have the screen like this, then you can stay in the menu while popping souls. And we're gonna just pop all of them. Just to be able to buy stuff. And then once we're done buying stuff, then we can use our souls for levels. Leveling up. If we have enough souls for that, that is. We might need to grind in order to get the weapon up all the way. That's a good amount of souls. That's pretty good. So we need 6, and we need 12 of these. And we need 12 of these. Pretty much get 12 of all of these things. And then 12 of those. Which, thank goodness, I can actually get it up that high. So I don't need to grind for more of those, but I do need to grind in order to pay my weapon its dues. In order to get my weapon all the way up. And trust me, you want your sword to be up. You want to get your sword up, don't you? So here you can grind out some basic ball things. Some big ball things. Grind out the big balls. Where's the big ball? Get the big ball to roll off the cliff, and then it dies. And then it gives you 2,000 souls. And then you can just keep doing that. And warp back because it's faster. So you can like very quickly gain tons of souls off of these balls. These hard big balls. But you have to like jump at the right time. Because it could just disappear without dying. And then if it does that, then you don't get the souls. Because it didn't die. It just disappeared. Oh, there's the tower. I thought that the tower just didn't load in for a second there. I'm gonna see just how high I can get my weapon off of 3 grinds. 3 grindy balls. Yes, that is good. So, round table hold. Take me to the hold of Lost Grace. The Lost Grace hold.
Well, I took you for no man to lay out your own.
So that is +8 already. So we should get like 4 more grinds and then come back. I forgot to ask him the thing. He had dialogue and I forgot to trigger the dialogue. So about Roderica, which is that lady over there who's going to be the spirit lady. So talk to him about Roderica and then go to Roderica. Go to Roderica. And then talk to her about him.
If I do, I suppose I'll ask Matt. Certainly, I know I can tell. I suppose I'll ask Matt.
Make sure that dialogue is all out there. Make sure you exhaust the dialogue. Then talk to him about her again. And then talk to her about him again. Because these characters can't talk to each other, you must talk to them about each other. And then see if she's still there. And she is not, because she moved in here with Hugh, Mr. Hugh. And now she's your spirit upgrade person. I guess I can do this from the menu. Lens Rise, Rise of the Lens. So grind it out like 4 more times and then we can get our thing all the way upgraded. And with that we can beat some bosses in. Beat them to a pulp. Not just beat them, but beat them to a pulp. Oh, I died. Well, there's the danger. There's the danger aspect. Yes, these things in the super high level area can kill you fairly easily. So do not get killed, instead kill. Do not get killed, but kill. Yes, yes, yes. That is the plan. That is the manual. That is the manual. Give me your money. Give me all your money. Give me all your money yet again, sire, sir, sir, sire. Sir, sire, sir, sire, sire, sir. Sire, sir, sir, sire. Ta-da. Money! Me money, me now. Me money now, me money. Me money now. Give me money now. And with me money me now, get the upgrade. With me money me now, me money.
Well, I took you now to lay out your own.
Plus 12, give me that sweet plus 12, man. My fellow man. Wait a minute, I can get it even further beyond. Haha. It's now plus 13, and with plus 13 we can go back over here and possibly kill the thing in the cave. I should have warped to the Grace in the cave, the Gracious bonfire in the cave. The abandoned cave. No, don't sit down. Swap your weapon thing, yes. That is what I wanted of you. Rolling around in that scarlet muck gets the scarlet muck all over your body. And then while it's on you, it continuously deals damage to you and rot. And gives you rot too. So it might be better for you to just jump out of the scarlet stuff instead of rolling through it. So that's advice that you can follow, but not me apparently. There are also ways you can cure the scarlet poisoning, but who cares about that? Who cares about that for now when we can beat bosses much faster? Then we can get poisoned and die. We can beat the bosses faster than the poison can beat us. See, he's blocking and I'm dealing hundreds of damage to him. Look at that health bar go down. Yeah! That's what I like to see. And don't kill me. Don't. That's what I told you not to do. I told you not to do that, kind sir. Sir who is not kind at all. I feel like those knights are trying to look like Melania. You know, the boss lady. The lady who's a boss in the game. So this time let's not get all rotted. Instead, let's run away from the rot. Oh yes, no more rotting. How good, how kind, how good and kind. That guy would have been an issue, probably. That's why I dealt with him. That's why I dealt with him. Just keep on running all the way back to that boss. If you want to, you can summon people, but we really don't need summoning at this point. We do need spirit calling, but we don't need summoning. Because this game was designed around you having spirits to call. Thank goodness that jellyfish can distract people, and thank goodness it easily distracts people too. Always jump attack, because jump attacks do more stagger damage. And that's that guy done. Now, once you beat these guys, immediately equip their talisman that they give you, because if you equip it fast enough, then you can get 20% more souls off of this boss fight that you're currently in. Which is odd how it works that way. So keep checking, and there. And then wait for the souls to rain in. Yes, look at that. It's 20% more than we would have gotten otherwise. And warp out before you die. Warp out before you die, not after. So now we can gain 20% more souls from every single little thing that we defeat on our way to becoming the Elden Lord. The Lord of the Elder people. The Lord of the Old people. And now we can start beating bosses. If you want, you can get a frost weapon at this point, but you don't need to. You can stick with blood for a little while. A bleed weapon for a little bit. But I'm just gonna beat Margit real quickly. Come back here, come back here. Yeah. One hit, one singular strike was enough to end his existence forever on this Earth planet that we are all on, except for this person in the game, probably. He's probably on a different planet entirely. Don't forget to upgrade yourself, and not just your weapons, but yourself. We need health up to like plus 30 health. Just for like a baseline amount of HP, that is good to have. And then call your spirit and let the spirit annoy him for a little while before getting a good strike in. Come on, get over here. And make sure it's a jump attack, because jump attacks stagger more. See? I saw. And you see the jellyfish poisons him, so that's why he's taking a little bit of damage. Passing skill, yes, but I am also super uber powerful, and that's the real reason why I'm beating you at this point. So a bonfire appears right when you beat this guy, but the thing is, at the top of these stairs over here, there's just another bonfire. So there's no real reason to have the bonfire right after you beat him. I got an achievement for beating him, by the way. But yeah, he spawns a bonfire on top of himself once he is defeated, but there's a bonfire up here. So it's like, why did you do that? Why did you make that bonfire over there when you knew that you'd put one up here also? Foolish game designers, very foolish game designers. But anyway, get this guy to open the front gate. You can sneak around the front gate, but it's much faster if you just go through the front. You can pretty much just run straight towards the boss of the place if you just go through the front gate, but there's a bunch of arrow guys shooting at you, so like weave around them. Don't worry too much about their arrows, they're not good at aiming. It would seem today that they're not that good. It's like they try to aim for where you're going to be and not where you currently are, kinda. Ow. Maybe I should actually use my shield. If it'll let me, yeah. Or I could just roll. I could just keep rolling. Keep rolling. Just one Estus gets me to full health. Thank goodness. Ignore the shadow quality on my low settings. Do consider beating the archers instead of running past them. Do consider that. Oh yeah, we have another talisman slot, so we can put in the knife thing. How nice of you. Get down here, you fool, you old fool. All these elderly Elden people. Keep backstabbing to get your health back. If you can, that is. If you can. Which you should be able to, but can you? Can you really? Lots and lots of archers around here. So do consider beating the archers, but also consider just running past all of them. Come on, man. We need to beat like 2 Elden Lords in order to beat the big Radon, I think, in order to activate Radon. And that's the guy we want to beat, is Radon. Radaniel. We want to beat Radaniel in his Radaniel festival. And then you have this huge area filled with dudes all around. But who cares? Who cares about these enemies? Who cares about battling through this whole area you're supposed to fight through? Furl calling, finger remedy. This game is very obsessed with fingers and where they go. But anyway, there's another golden seed around here. So activate this, get the golden seed, and warp back here. Or just go straight for the boss. You can also do that. Which I might do that. I'm just gonna run until I can't no more. There's these huge blade birds. So that's neat. But yeah, golden tree for the golden seed. Those birds sure are trying to attack me, but they're not succeeding, are they? So all the way up here you have yet another bonfire. They really like giving you bonfires in this game. And then we have the actual boss, right beyond this place. Look at that, 10 flasks. And all at plus 10 at that. So let's go ahead and beat the boss. I thought that beating Margit would take a little bit more time, but I guess it didn't. It did not take more time at all. So instead we're here, reaching all across these new frontiers. Uh-huh. Just roll on past me, will ya? Don't hit me, you fool, you foolishly foolish fool. Don't you know that I am the Elden Lord? You cannot hit the old people. It is rude. Yes, yes, stagger and fall to me. Fall all to me. All fall to me, even. And then don't get in the way of him hurting himself, because he like cuts off his own arm. And then look at all the damage we already did to him. He does this like huge sweeping fire attack, but it doesn't matter to me, it does not. I meant to do the critical hit, but you know what I meant. You know what I wanted to do there. Look at how easily I took him down with a plus 12 weapon. And now you just wait for the bonfire to appear. Look at that dragon. He put that dragon's head on his arm, and if you want to, you can use his soul to get that dragon head as a weapon that you can equip on your person, your persona person. But with his great rune, we will activate that great rune and then use it to great effect. And to activate it, you go back over here to the gate side chamber. And then go aside. Go to the side. Go to the right side. All the way to the right side. Ignore the archers if you want to, but also defeat them if you want to. Whatever makes your life the easiest. And then through this gate, there's like a mini-boss right there. You don't have to defeat him. You don't have to beat him at all. He's just a big meanie. But then right in here, there's yet another bonfire, because they just can't give you enough bonfires. And then right at the end of the road, there is a place where you activate his great rune. And then after it's activated, you then have to equip it in the bonfire menus. And then there are these guys, these giant guys. You can ignore them, but they give you a good amount of souls when you beat them. So you might want to beat them instead of ignoring them. It's much easier with a plus 12 weapon, I tell you what. Look at that. Just one stagger attack. This great bow wielder back there, he can stagger these guys if he hits them. And let me tell you what, he can hit them for sure. 5 sure even. Yes, yes, that is what I wanted. I don't know if you wanted that, but I did. Look, I'm floating in midair! Ta-da! Ow, why did you hit me, sir? It's not like I killed your friends or anything. If your friends, that is. You know, I feel like they could make gianter bosses in games. Like, these guys are pretty huge, but we had Shadow of the Colossus back in the day. And I feel like we could make colossi that are way bigger than Shadow of the Colossus colossi. So where's my supermassive, huge, continent-sized Colossus boss fight? That's what I want from games, is a continent-sized boss. As a boss fight. As a singular boss fight. Maybe you could, like, stretch it out for, like, half the game. And have it be that you travel to all these different lands on top of the continent-sized boss. And then eventually you actually have to fight the guy. But anyway, here's the door. The big, huge door of the tower, of the huge tower, of the Limgrave, of the Limgrave, the Limgrave. Big, slow elevator rides. There are like 6 or 7 of these towers you can go to. And they all have this super long, super slow elevator ride. And it's just, at some point it's just like, well, I get it. I get it. I get it. It's a long elevator ride. I get it. You don't have to make me go through it. I get it. You could just like warp me to the top if you wanted to. But no. But no. Gotta put a grace up here. Because they love putting graces all over the place. There was one at the beginning of the bridge, and then one at the end of the bridge on this tower. And in between here and there were 3 enemies that were very easy to defeat. But anyway, great rune greatly gotten. Graciously. And that's another achievement. Getting the great rune restored. Restore the power of the great rune. Look at that. Look how terrible that looks. How it's just, how the world is just cut off there. That looks awful. Thanks, Skybox limitations. But anyway, great runes, activate the great rune, and then if you really activate it like this, then you get +5 to all of your levels, your level up things. Look at that, it's +5 to everything. And this is the best great rune in the game. There is not a single great rune that is better than the benefits that that one gives you. And for some reason, it's the first one you get and the easiest one to get. But anyway, we're going to go back here so we can get the map for this area. And then we're going to check and see if the Radon Festival is on, or if it's not on yet. Because if it's not on yet, then we can't beat Radon yet. And I really want to beat Radon so I can get his weapon and start getting super uber powerful. That said, there is a quest line you can go down in Liurnia in order to activate the festival, I think, a little bit sooner. Either that or you literally have to beat another Elden Lord to be able to get the festival going. You can ignore all these guys, like I am, like I'm ignoring them. Like a bad friend request, I'm ignoring them. And then there's a bonfire, Gracious bonfire, yet again. And not only that, not only is there one here, there's also one in that building up there. You do have to beat a dragon to get up there. That is if you want to beat the dragon. Or you could just roll up there. And then there's just another bonfire, just that far away. which is not far away at all. There is a tough enemy inside of this dragon church that you can beat, but you don't need to. He's right over there. He walked past. In these dragon churches, you can get dragon incantations, which I have not dealt with magic that much in this game. Magic just isn't that good in pretty much any Souls game after Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 2 might have some okay magic, but that game's terrible, so why would you even bother with it? And then Dark Souls 3 has good combat, it has good controls. It's like the best game in the series control-wise. In the Dark Souls series, that is. Control-wise, it's the best one. But, what was I saying? What kind of tangent have I gotten off to? I completely forgot what my original point was. Dark Souls was the best at something. That's all I remember at this point. So this being activated does mean that the Radon Festival is on. So we can beat Radon at this point. But first I'm going to make my weapon a frost weapon. And you can do that at in the Rhea Lucario place. Rhea Lucaria Manor, that's what it is, but it's Lucario, because that's funnier. And we do things because they're funny. So there's these ruins, and then there's yet another Gracious bonfire, because they've got to put them everywhere. But this one is like next to a giant person, the giant blacksmith. So it's an actual useful bonfire, as opposed to the one that I just came from. That one is not useful unless you're just, I don't know, you're using it for these ruins, and you don't know this secret passageway. But if you do know the secret passageway, then that bonfire is useless. Completely useless. Except for the one time I used it just now, but I will never use it again in this entire playthrough. So really, how useful is it as a bonfire? So anyway, up here there's this whole fort that you can go through, and then there's a quest line at the end of it that you can complete and get some cool items early on. And I'll probably get to that eventually, but for now I'm just gonna get a frost weapon instead of a bleed weapon. And you can do that by going to this lake over here. I think there's like an invisible little stag beetle guy rolling around his dung. So I guess it's like a dung beetle. Ignore the random things trying to attack you and go to the lake. And then kill the invisible one, running around like the speed of sound. Yep. Hoarfrost Stomp. And with the Hoarfrost Stomp, you can get an ice weapon. And it's also just a pretty good weapon art on its own. So you might just want to use that in general. So go to Ashes of War. Right at the bottom, and then Hoarfrost Stomp, and then do Cold, because Cold is like Bleed, but I think it has like other effects to it. I'm just not sure what they are. But look at all these fools who want to fight Radon. You can meet some of these people before you come here. Some of them you can't, like this lady. Or at least I'm pretty sure you can't meet this lady beforehand. She might be like a summon NPC or something. But that's a way for you to get one of your gestures, and then talk to this jester to ready yourself for the fight. For fight night. It's fight night, am I right? It's fight night, am I right night? And then you come in here, and for some reason this door doesn't open at all. I don't know what they were thinking with that one, making that door unopenable. Some more smithing stones. And then you have literally the other side of that door that you cannot open. And then this entire beach area. I'm not sure why that door doesn't open, because after you beat the boss, this little zone that I'm going to is inaccessible forever. But that whole zone over there is not inaccessible. So it's just like, well, why did you make this little zone inaccessible forever? It doesn't make any sense, man. So get this summoning pool while you can, because it won't be there forever. That's what I'm saying. That's the thing that I am saying to you through your ears. This boss fight is made for summoning things, which I think is kind of odd, but the game wants you to play it the way the game wants you to play. So just run across these summoning signs and mash the interact button, whatever button that may be for you. Some of them will give you a gesture. And then run right up towards him. And just start wailing on him. Wailing. And don't get hit. That's the important thing, is you don't get hit. Look at all that frost damage. But more importantly, look at all that regular damage that just comes in regularly. That's what plus 12 will get you. Or rather, plus 13 at this point. And then run away! Yeah! That's what I like to see. Look at that health bar getting deleted. And then he's gonna do his big, huge crash out attack. He'll crash to the earth like it's falling star, a meteorite, you could say. And try to kill all of you. But then he doesn't kill all of you because he is weak. He is a weak boss. Super weak with the super 13 plus weapon. Plus 13 weapon, I mean. And that's it. That's Radon. Completely taken care of. And by the way, he looks ridiculous. He's riding a horse that is way too small for him. So he just looks absolutely ridiculous. What a foolish fool of a boss. Red mark on the map was made, so a meteorite falls to the earth in that cutscene that I skipped, and that's where it goes to, which is why we have that bonfire. But these guys are part of quests, this wolf guy and the pot man. The wolf guy quest is the one you actually want to go on at some point. I'll probably get to that soon. He's just in awe of the thing falling to earth. Very much in awe. And then this guy wants to get his guts back in. Get the warrior guts. Because he's a warrior pot and he wants warriors to eat. He wants to eat all the warriors that are on these sands. Imagine you just come back and eventually there's a 20,000 story foot tall pot walking around. But anyway, we want strength at 30. 38 in order to wield his weaponry. Huh. Do I have any more souls? I need souls. I need big, huge souls in order to wield his weapon. I could just grind out a little bit. I could also use the Remembrance of the Grafted because it is useless to me. And then that'll get me a little bit closer. Use them boss souls. And then round table hold. I believe you're supposed to get a third, the talisman holder right here after you beat your one guy after you beat the grafted guy. Yeah, there it is. And then the fourth one you get is in the capital city. But for now we can get the Radon swords, the Star Scourge Great Sword. It's actually 2 great swords, so the Star Scourge Great Swords. You need 15 intelligence, 12 dexterity. So we have enough dexterity, but we need 1 more point in intelligence. But with the Great Rune, we can actually wield it right now. So isn't that fanciful? And this will be the weapon of the rest of the game. I guess I can equip them better later, when I'm not in all these peaceful menu places. So here's where the giant blacksmith comes in. We can buy some bigger upgrade materials from him, and then upgrade these bigger weapons. So what's really good about these weapons is you can attack twice. So each hit from those swords counts as a... So the damage number is 264. Imagine that, but coming from each of these swords. So 264 coming at you that fast. Twice. Coming at you twice that fast. Twice at that speed, I should say. So look at these. I can get my weapon to +4. And then beyond pretty soon. So I need more souls. And I can get more souls from going through this area, but I would rather get my weapon all the way up first. So I'm gonna get a few more upgrade materials. I forget where you can get a +10. No wait, I remember. You can get it in like the Rani quest line. So that's really why we want to go on the Rani quest line, is to get a +10 special weapon. And then with the +10 weapon we can really grind things out. So get this guy. And he'll explode, but he'll give you a +8 Somber Smithing Stone. A +8. That's huge. That's massive huge. Huge, massive huge. And then if you just fall down here, then you'll find a +9, which is even better. There's more guys in chairs. Rune Arc. Somber 9. Wound Grease, Dragon Wound Greased, and Great Arteria Leaf. So now we want to start going on quest lines to get ourselves even more powered up, even faster. First quest line is with this one guy who has already moved from here. Oh, Jester, bravo. He congratulates you on beating your first great boss, your first great huge boss. So first we'll want to get a bonfire here, and then we'll have to go over here for quite a few times. Quite a few times we'll go over there. And if you want to, you can find patches on this island. Or I think it might be that island, actually. But that's after you beat him in a cave somewhere. This quest will get us our infinite grinding spot. And with the infinite grinding spot we can grind infinitely, if you could not tell by how I worded that with my wordy words. Around here a deathbird appears, but we're not going for the deathbird. Deathbirds are like birds, but for death. They're also bosses. So do that thing, then ride all over to the church. This church is not an important one except for this quest line. He's a finger man. He's a man of the finger. Or rather, he's an anti-finger man, I should say. He does not like the finger. He's Var, or Vare. So say that the fingers did not seem right to you. And he will be like, I am on your side, yes. And then he gives you an invasion item. And with this invasion item, you could invade people online 3 times, which is what you're supposed to do. Or you could go all the way up here to this village, and there is an invasion thing in that village that you can go to instead. So go over here. No, go over here. Because then we can take the road. The road more directly. And by the way, this is why we want these weapons, besides it dealing tons of damage with their swings. This is why. That is a great attack, and as you see, it uses very minimal amounts of magic to use that attack. And that attack draws in enemies from a pretty large radius around you. So like it draws in enemies and then destroys all of them at once. There's another Gracious bonfire. All these bonfires all over the place. What's with all these bonfires? Who knows? Who knows what's up with them? Here's another caravan. If you want to, you can destroy this caravan and take their weapons and items. But we don't care. We do not care for the caravan. We do not care for the caravan. There's a skull. Does it have something in it? It does not. Occasionally those skulls will have basic soul items in them. So see, there's the thing. You can either beat this guy or get beaten by this guy 3 times. And then you'll be given the ability to continue Var's quest line. Oh yeah, I can't use these weapons. I need to swap. Where's my other thing? There it is. Ow. This guy's pretty tough, but he gives you a pretty good weapon. But yeah, dying to him does not matter. Just either die to him 3 times, or beat him. This guy is very optional. That said, his weapon is pretty good too. So you might want that. You might want the weapon. But do not let the good weapon blind you to your actual goal here. You see, this is a unique summoning sign. They added this in so that you could play this quest offline if you wanted to. Whenever you go into this, it says use the finger thing to get into this thing. So you actually use the online items in order to get into this invasion. Backstabs are your friend. They're your gracious friend. And also rolling, but rolling at the right time. Everything has a delay to it in this game. Everything can have a delay to it, at least. So whether or not I beat this guy on this attempt, it will be the last attempt, because we do not need more attempts. And then we can go back to Var. And then Var will give us a second quest. And then, after the second quest is defeated, then we get our reward, which is a huge reward. And we'll probably explore it next time. Come on, Va. Or rather, Beast Claw Magnus. Ow. He's afraid of me, isn't he? Don't be afraid to just jump attack. Like he did that. He jumped attacked. Oh yeah, I can do that too. I was trying to do the bloody slash there, but I forgot that I did not have the bloody slash on me. But that works too. I'll take that. I'll take that victory. Sweet, sweet victory, yeah. Meanwhile, getting killed by a dog. So Somber Smithing Stone 6 and his weapon. That's pretty good. That's good enough for me. Okay. Thank you, puppy. Puppy dog. Dog puppy. So let me upgrade this weapon. But hold on. Let me see how much I can upgrade my weapon, actually. Where's my upgrade materials? Okay, okay. I see what you're doing. So upgrade materials. So I have 3, 4, 6, 8, 9. So I need 7 and 5, wherever they are. But for now I can upgrade just a little bit more. And then while I'm away, I will figure out where to get the other bell bearings. And by away, I mean off of the video. Oh. Huh? No, 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 not that weapon, that weapon. You need a lot more of these things, these rune things. So, how much do I have money? I do not have money. I do not have money to spend. But I do have a VAR to go to, a VAR that is far. For some reason, even though they put these bonfires, these stupid bonfires everywhere, they did not put one at the church over here. They put one at these random ruins, but they did not put it at this church ruins. Even though the church ruins is actually useful, and that other ruins that I'm riding from is not useful at all. So it's like, well, why didn't you put the grace over here? A grace bonfire. Why didn't you put one here?
You have a I wish to a night luminary so.
Yes, yes, anoint me, but first you must bloody this cloth with the blood of a maiden. And where did we see a maiden? Apparently we saw one up here in this church. So remember this church with the bloody maiden, the blood of maidens on the blood maiden. Then literally just warp there, get the thing, and then warp back. And that's his whole quest line defeated, pretty much. Literally just a fetch quest. Hey you there, I need you to fetch something for me and then come back. Yes, this is the most ingenious kind of quest we have. Surely players will love this kind of quest.
You've completed with this a night now. This
Yes, and then he bloodies your finger. I mean that literally, he bloodies your finger. He makes it a pulp. A pulpy finger.
heavens. Clench your teeth or something. Never forget it is what you have.
No, 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 I did not mean to do that.
End.
I did not mean to do that. I meant to get that. I did not mean to attack you, but you saw how I attacked him like twice there, yeah? I attacked him once with each sword. But anyway, he tells you not to use this thing, but I'm gonna use it anyway. I'm gonna use it instantly. And then he's just like, oh, he did mean to betray me when he attacked me twice with those huge swords. But anyway, we now have access to the Mogwin Palace, this early in the game. And pretty close to here is an incredible grind spot. But we will explore this area in the next video. Until then, we are a little less than 2.5 hours in, which is pretty good. That's pretty good. Goodbye.